Right now at 6, a Monday mess for Hampton Roads, all thanks to some very slowly moving rain. Things are finally moving out of here after hours of getting drenched by Mother Nature.
The end result, water running through the streets of several Hampton Roads cities. This is High Street in Portsmouth right after the rain. We're drying out, but this will be a Monday people will remember for a while. Good evening and welcome. What a start to the week it has been. Mother Nature will not let us forget this one for a while. We talked about slow-moving showers and storms since this morning, and boy, did they happen. Things are looking a lot better out there, though, than just a couple of hours ago. The rain has mostly slid out, and now we can mop up all of that water. And a lot of you saw similar scenes to this along Tidewater Drive in Norfolk. The roads turned into rivers after that rain kept coming with nowhere for it to go. We'll get our coverage started with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson. Jeff, it was a soaker today.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about this area. We can handle a little bit of rain, but when we get these downpours like we had today, where it's 1 to 2 inches per hour, and then the rain doesn't stop after an hour, it starts to flood. The drainage just can't keep up. But we have seen some improvement since. There's not a lot of rain out there. Here's the last 6 hours on Super Doppler 10. The heavy rain that just sat over the Hampton Roads cities in the south side and across the peninsula where we have those flash flood warnings that were in effect. More than 3 inches of rain just fell on our rooftop here in Portsmouth. We'll take a look at some of your other rainfall totals later on, but this is where we are now. A couple of showers here or there, not as much and not as heavy as it was earlier, but there is some additional rain moving into Cortland, eventually into Franklin, near Como. Not seeing any severe weather with this, but it's another slow-moving downpour that's slowly going to propagate to the east. So we could get a few more showers into the south side cities like Suffolk, Portsmouth, Norfolk, here in the next couple of hours, but couple of hours as in like 3, 4, 5 hours from now. So it's going to take a little while for that to move in. You saw how things moved through our area slowly earlier today. Here's a look at our future track. There's that rainfall. This is the next hour from now, and this is 9 o'clock. So a little bit of that rain again through the area tonight. Tomorrow, we are looking a little bit better. We'll have temperatures that'll be in the 80s, maybe a pop-up shower, but I'm not expecting the kind of rain that we had today, tomorrow into our area. Looking at the tropical satellite, I know you're looking at Franklin right there. Look at the eye on that thing. But I want you to keep looking at Idalia instead, because that's a storm that's going to affect our weather towards the end of the week. Right now, the storm system is still a tropical storm with 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to become a Category 3 hurricane affecting Florida Wednesday morning around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning is the latest guidance. That storm travels along the coastline, bringing rain to parts of the area, maybe not all of us. It all depends on the location of that track. So we're going to talk more about that coming up in just a bit.
Jeff, thank you. Heading out now to 10 on your sides, Michelle Wolf in Norfolk.
And Michelle, you experienced the backlog of traffic from the flooding as you were trying to get to the station today. Tell us more about that and what else was out there.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting there. So it normally takes me 10 to 15 minutes to get to work. For those of you who don't know, Wavy TV 10 is in Portsmouth. And it took me almost an hour because of flooding here on Tidewater Drive. It was insane. I could see maybe a car to 2 car lengths in front of me. Now much of that water has receded. There's hardly anything on the road, but you can still see an abandoned car in the middle of the intersection from earlier. We've seen a lot of car parts in the road from people driving too fast through the water, and a lot of close calls as people have been turning around to avoid all of this mess just a few hours ago. Some folks just gave up altogether and stopped along the side of the road with their hazards on just to wait out the water. In downtown Norfolk, there was so much storm water that a manhole blew off its cover. The Norfolk Fire Department tells us luckily no one was hurt. And Dominion Energy tells us, you know, they have all hands on deck over the next few days. Crews are staged throughout Hampton Roads just in case of storm damage or any difficulties that may be experienced because of all this crazy weather. So if you're driving through floodwaters, just remember, take it slow, be careful, don't cut people off, and be safe. Live in Norfolk, Michelle Wolf, 10 on your side.
Michelle, thank you. We have video just into the newsroom now of flooding in the Churchland section of Portsmouth. This is at the Abelia Square Homes on Churchland Boulevard. And this is some pretty incredible videos you can see. Many people tell 10 on your side that they can't even get out of their homes here. We're going to have more on this flooding as information continues to come in. It is days like today that the Wavy Weather app is valuable to have on your phone, and always make sure to have those notifications turned on for any watches or warnings.